That's one of the really helpful things I think about the Bill Hinman speech that is difficult to get around.
One of the things that I hear from founders is that they're very confused because they get told, come in, register, just come in and talk to us. But
and never allow them to say that ours is the industry that's the risk. Ours is the industry that's the antidote to the excesses, corruption, and nepotism that we've found.
And I don't want to suggest that anything they're doing is bad. I do think, though, that right now there's a lot of confusion.
The current challenges are urgent. And that is why I, along with leaders from a broad group of countries, will be calling on World Bank management at the annual meetings next week to work with shareholders to develop a World Bank evolution roadmap by December.
Payments are a multi-trillion-dollar problem. We really need to solve payments. And if you think about any other use case, you think about an NFT. Well, I want to buy it and I want to sell it. Think about a loan. Well, I want to pay the loan back and I want to get paid like the amount of money I borrowed. Like all of these other use cases need great payments. And so we just sort of laser focused in on payments.
So that's where I see changes happening now. If you think of Circle and Ripples and all those, that's where they are active and helpful.
Circle and Ripples and all those, they are active and helpful.
It's different, but it's very pretty out here. I believe they're setting up the flag now.
If you got a bag, welcome to the party. Welcome back to some more Moon o'clock news. No breakfast, no coffee, just straight extra foolishness. Shout out to the latest sub, Chris G in the building. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in. Go ahead, throw on those pilot shades and buckle up because the future is extra bullish. Let's go full speed, full throttle into the cryptoverse. We got the total global cryptocurrency market cap right around 983 billion, down about 0.2% in the past 24. We got XRP green across the boards, currently right under 54 cents, up about 3.9 in the past 24, 13.5% in the past 7 days. We got BTC 19,400, ETH right around 1,300. And we got Stellar XLM in the number 26 spot, about 13 cents, up about 2.1 in the past 24. We got James Real XRP, who's next, Coinbase, Fidelity, Jay's deep regulatory and legal expertise and knowledge in financial markets, American Express selects Jay Clayton to the board of directors. Former SEC litigator, that's one of the helpful things about the Hinman speech. It's difficult to get around. What's with all the SEC gov officials describing the Howey test as three-pronged?
Bill Hinman in 2018 who said ETH is not a security, and everyone rejoiced, but it kind of looks clear that Gary Gensler doesn't necessarily share that view.
Right. Yeah, it does appear that way. But one of the things that was helpful about that is it is very difficult to argue that somebody of that stature in that position at the SEC did an analysis, and his analysis was that ETH is not a security, for then to say it's unreasonable for somebody to have that same viewpoint when you have somebody of that stature in that position who has that viewpoint. Right. So that's one of the really helpful things I think about the Bill Hinman speech that is difficult to get around. Now with Merge, I think, Gary Gensler is probably going to take this as an opportunity to try and distinguish that prior analysis, from a current analysis. But it's difficult because, not to get too much in the weeds, but, Bill Hinman's analysis was really based on like the third prong of Howey, which is, whether or not people have a reasonable expectation of profits based on the efforts of others. And he was talking about that the Ethereum network is decentralized enough such that people will not rely on the managerial efforts of somebody to increase the value of ETH. And, so that was a big part of it. And he also talked about the whole point of the securities laws really in this area is it's a disclosure regime. And so the disclosure regime is trying to redress the issue of information asymmetry between an insider and an outsider.
Bretton Woods moment, Secretary Yellen speaking about a World Bank evolution roadmap. I and world leaders will call on the World Bank management at the annual meeting next week to develop a World Bank evolution roadmap by December.
The world cannot afford to delay or lower our ambitions. The current challenges are urgent. And that is why I, along with leaders from a broad group of countries, will be calling on World Bank management at the annual meetings next week to work with shareholders to develop a World Bank evolution roadmap by December. Deeper work should begin by the spring. Shareholders will then need to drive parallel, holistic reform efforts across other development banks as well. To accelerate this work, my team will step up our engagement with World Bank shareholders and management, and we look forward to discussing more details on this project in the coming weeks.
They didn't have any problem with how the SEC was regulating when they thought BTC and ETH were getting free passes. Then came ETHgate. Now they all want comprehensive legislation.
Quash innovation.
What do you think of how Gary Gensler, the chair of the SEC, and how he's approaching it?
One of the things that I hear from founders is that they're very confused because they get told, come in, register, just come in and talk to us. But you have the one company who's done the ultimate act of going in and registering. Coinbase filed an S1. And still, there's a lot of saber rattling still going on, I think. And again, I don't want to single out the SEC, and I don't want to suggest that anything they're doing is bad. I do think, though, that right now there's a lot of confusion. And one of the pieces of confusion stems from the fact that, and it started with the ICO mania back in 2016, 2017, I can't even remember which year now, where the SEC was very loud about securities. A lot of them were securities, but the space has changed. And so to still view it through the ICO lens when so much has happened over the last 5 years in the space, I think is a mistake.
Chris Larson says, I agree with Charles on the larger point at hand. There's no regulatory clarity on how to classify and use crypto in the US, which is why the SEC is using regulation by enforcement to bring all crypto under their remit. This affects us all. Separately, some may not be aware, but Charles has been instrumental in crypto plus climate initiatives, specifically researching and developing code for proof of useful work, a way for Bitcoin to become a carbon negative chain. I appreciate you engaging on this important issue. Real Boy XRP sounds very conspiracious. It's not our industry that is corrupt. It's a legacy financial system we're going to replace. We're going to change the world using the XRP ledger.
Desperately trying to survive after a drought. It was the legacy financial system. It wasn't our industry that laundered hundreds of billions of dollars for drug dealers and evaded sanctions and participated in oil for food and all kinds of these horrible programs that ended up enriching and empowering some of the worst human beings the world has ever known. It was a legacy financial system. And never allow them to say that ours is the industry that's the risk. Ours is the industry that's the antidote to the excesses, corruption, and nepotism that we've found. This is an industry of frustration that has now been replaced by an industry of creativity and innovation. We're going to change the world. Ours is the industry that's the antidote to the
XRP, the antidote to the old legacy financial system, draining the swamp, freeing the standard. Sounds very conspiracious. Bottom line is that it's a shit show because the SEC is making shit up as they go. I just wanted to clarify the 3 or 4 part test because I won't be surprised to see Ripple address this in its opposition brief to the SEC's motion. Ripple will continue to rely heavily on reback. Pre-allocation theories of current XRP escrow in 2020 for banks. Those conspiracy theories don't have any grounding.
Okay, here's some questions. All right. Are current escrow XRP held for central banks to utilize in the current financial crisis as per the new inclusion to the CARES Act?
There's a lot of conspiracy theories and speculation on Twitter that people just sort of make things up out of whole cloth. The word hopium is sometimes used to describe this idea that like you see, people will see Ripple or they'll see XRP or they'll see some other cryptocurrency and everything going on in the news. There's certainly big things going on that we have not, that we don't always announce, but those conspiracy theories don't have any grounding.
Swift community, the stage is finally set. We can't wait to welcome you to Sibos 2022. We got Amsterdam, October 10th through the 13th, bringing the global financial community together. Sibos 2022 returns to an in-person event centering on progressive finance for a changing world with over 250 speakers debating major industry topics, including embracing the digital landscape, succeeding in uncertain times, and driving sustainability and ethics. We got Bank of America, Starling Bank, Federal Reserve, Board of Governors, National Australian Bank, I didn't see anyone from Ripple on here, but Sibos' main key focus is sustainability, just like Ripple, global collaboration for a more equitable, sustainable, and inclusive economy. All roads lead to the bridge. Riz XRP, Circle, Ripple, Christine Lagarde.
And those who survive, but it will be between those who are cannibalized because they're not seeing it coming and they're not embracing it, and those who self-induce that cannibalization. And I'm using cannibalization on purpose because it's a bit of a striking, horrible word, but it's really what it means. It's you're going to disrupt your business model, you're going to change it, you're going to reduce your cost, you're going to expedite your transactions, and you're going to continue to inspire confidence because you will build that on the basis of an existing backbone, which is your bank and the confidence relationship that you've established with your customers. So that's where I see changes happening now. If you think of Circle and Ripples and all those, that's where they are active and helpful.
XRP, the new backbone of the new financial system. Christine knows what's coming. XRP. It's never too late to convert Ethereum to XRP and get rid of the gas burden. XRP, no middleman snatching up the fees. It's never too late, but the trains already left the station. XRP price today, the whales add 60 million XRP. Price jumps by 6%. The whales know something big is brewing. XRP, Ripple's native token, has emerged out to be the highest gainer among the top crypto. However, XRP token is riding high over the past 30 days. XRP price jumped by more than 55% in the past 30 days. The whale's increased interest is among the key factors responsible for the XRP price surge. As per Whale Alert, whales accumulated around 60 million XRP tokens in the last 24 hours. The cumulated worth of these transactions has been calculated around 31.13 million, 1313. As per data, the single best accumulation transaction reported has been 35 million XRP tokens. Well-added XRP tokens worth around 18.09 million from Bitrue's crypto exchange. The whales are starting to load up on those big utility bags. Crypto's XRP 1 hour breakout. We got EGRAD Crypto, XRP 1 hour time frame. XRP peaking its head above 53.5 cents. Let's smash the 55 cents for bullish continuation. Crypto Bull, I'm ready for XRP to make its next big move. That next SEC face melting pump. Crypto Cowboy, the Hunter's Moon, 10/8/2022 XRP, hunting for that moon. We got to watch the Hunter's Moon rise in the sky this weekend. On Sunday, October 9th, just before 5 p.m. Eastern, a full moon will reach its peak illumination, but the moon will still be below the horizon. You'll need to wait until the sunset to fully relish the Hunter's Moon and its ghostly glow. XRP fam, ready for the moon to go ghost. Laser focus, XRP, built for payments, all the money.
Payments are a multi-trillion-dollar problem, and it seems like cryptocurrencies are just naturally suited to make payments better. And specifically, we kind of focused on cross-border international payments, not because domestic payments are great, but because cross-border payments are the worst. Like if anyone who's made an international payment probably has stories of bad experiences. And so the worse the thing you start with, the less amazing you have to be better. And I think we can eventually be amazing and sort of take over the payments world, but we're not going to be there day one. And so if we can't succeed against the worst part of the problem, why are we bothering? And so that was kind of the very earliest focus. And I think that kind of matured between 2011 and 2014, this kind of focus of like, we really need to solve payments. And if you think about any other use case, you think about an NFT. Well, I want to buy it and I want to sell it. Think about a loan. Well, I want to pay the loan back and I want to get paid like the amount of money I borrowed. Like all of these other use cases need great payments. And so we just sort of laser focused in on payments.
XRP taking over the payment landscape, know what you hold and why they want you out. If Ether is to be allowed to trade freely in the market, so too must XRP. And if XRP is subject to restrictions, so too should Ether. Any other results creates a competitive imbalance that cannot be rationalized with reference to fair enforcement of the federal security laws. And even with the SEC's help, XRP is still the far better, superior technology, the utility king. XRP, built for payments. First, we had the Internet of Information. Welcome to the new Internet of Value. 2007, Netflix won't take off. 2009, Uber will never work. 2022, it's too late to become a crypto millionaire, even though XRP hidden in plain sight and the SEC giving us more time to load up on those big utility bags, and while the hidden hands try to shake you out, the 1% diamond hands out there loading up on those big bags. Those who have eyes to see have their eyes on the prize. I am the XRP Bagman, the Moon Commander, currently up here on the mothership, stuffing some bags and enjoying the show. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in, smashing those likes for some more Moon O'Clock news. Hope y'all continue to stay extra bullish out there. Continue holding those good vibes. Remember to sell the FUD, buy up that bag, and don't forget to spread that liquid love. Also, if you're new here, don't forget to drop a subscribe, drop a comment down below. All the OG diamond hands out there, drop a comment down below, and drop an elbow from the top floor. We'll catch you top floor mothership for the moon party. BYOB. Be your own bank. Peace out, crypto ghosts.
Millionaires, billionaires, trillionaires. I see cryptonaires all around the world. I see cryptonaires. Hold on for their life and don't ever let go.
You lay hold of it, and when that thing tells you to quit, you look at it in his eye and say, I ain't going nowhere. I will break you before you break me. You will not defeat me. You will not destroy me. Some of you are so ignorant. You